currently in scripting editing hell for some other videos while also doing blog posts for a sponsor video that's also supposed to come out, that's also in progress. I have a lot of shit going on. I'm very, very sorry there've been no videos. But I've seen some discourse on Twitter, I've watched a couple YouTube videos, and you know, I think it's time I threw my hat in the ring on a topic that's going to be starting to kick up this month because Pride Month is coming. I've lost track of time. Time is a concept. I have lost track of it. But Pride is coming. So let's talk about it. So Pride. I'm sure we've all gone to a couple of Pride parades or gone to, the bar on Pride. I'm from New York, so we do it kind of big here. And what I've seen a lot of commentary on is what is good and what is not good for Pride. So I have some thoughts here. I fully understand some people not being okay with seeing kink gear out in the streets. I get it. It's not everyone's cup of tea. That is fine. However, there is this pervasive thought of people being like, well, it should be, family friendly. I can't bring my kids to Pride. You probably wouldn't have been able to bring your kid to the first Pride because it was a riot, right? Yeah, so Pride started as a sexual revolutionary act where it was not corporations with rainbow flags and pretty parade. It didn't start like that. It is now, but that's not where it started. So this idea that we have to make it safe for the kiddos, it doesn't sit really right with me at all because that's kind of not what this whole thing is about. Additionally, call me crazy, but I don't super love that corporations are all chipping in money to, fly their rainbow flag once a year and then not give a shit for the rest of it. I would rather, instead of seeing these big corporations, I would love to see, queer-owned businesses getting their own float, or, marginalized people getting their own float. People who were actually the kind of people who would have been at the initial riot fighting for their rights. I want to see, revolutionary companies that are making things for people who are trans or non-binary people. I want to see the people who are making accessible toys, binders, whatever it is that helps people feel more themselves who are in the spectrum of LGBTQIA. If there's any more letters that have happened since I record this video, I am sorry. I'd rather see those floats at Pride. Let them celebrate. They're the people we're supposed to be championing. Those are the people we're supposed to be championing. Is that a word? I think that's a word. But those are the people we're supposed to be boosting up during this event. And it just feels like it's just a runway for corporations to be like, look, I care. Just for this month though. And it doesn't sit right with me at all. I've also seen some people being like, we need to get cops out of Pride. And I gotta be real, I understand that one fully. If you look at the first event that happened and their role in that one, it does feel a little weird to have them present there. I get why they are, because, safety. But it does, I'll be fully honest, feel a little wrong, especially with recent events and how they handle things. Is that my call? No. Do I still find it a little Yes. But yeah, that's kind of how I feel on that. However, in terms of things that shouldn't be at Pride, some things that I'm not seeing mentioned a whole lot is the prevalence of people who are not in the spectrum using the event as their personal bachelorette party. Yes, Karen, we're gonna talk about you today. I'm real sorry that I can feel like this, but look, we're gonna have to do it. So while Pride is supposed to be, celebrating people with different gender expressions who can finally be themselves and not feel shunned by society. That's kind of how initially it started. Or arrested, because, being gay wasn't legal for a while. This event isn't really so you and your besties can put on rainbow eyeliner and try to hit on a gay guy. Can we stop doing that, please? Can we stop doing that? Additionally, it's not a free excuse to try and see if actually maybe that person over there hasn't met the right girl yet or met the right boy yet, and it's oh god, please don't do that. There's a lot of shit that happens at Pride that's usually induced by alcohol. There's a lot of alcohol consumption, as far as I know, at least in all my experiences, that don't lead to the best experiences at Pride. It's one of the reasons I don't usually go anymore, because it gets a little You know, for a while I was mainly going to Pride to just embrace my sexuality. I didn't really want to hook up with anyone. I just wanted to, like, you know, celebrate with everybody else. And it is like super weird when you see a bunch of like frat bro dudes creepily staring at the lesbians making out because it's hot, and then getting grossed out by the gay guys making out because it's gross, and then trying to convert one of the lesbians to I don't know, it's a mess, it's bad. So like things that don't belong at Pride, that shit doesn't belong at Pride. If you're going to Pride to get hammered, hit on some poor lesbian and try to convert her straight and bring her home, please just don't go. You're not welcome there, you're definitely not welcome here, and you're just not welcome on the internet, period. Please just don't do that. Additionally, for my ace friends that go to Pride that are just trying to have a good time, I feel you, I get it. If a person is, you know, letting you know that they're not in any way sexually interested, please don't push the issue. Leave my ace friends alone. They just want to whip the rainbow flag next to you and support you as an ally. They really don't want you to be uncomfortably hitting on them if, you know, they're not interested in that. Like, please leave them alone. And finally, does kink gear belong at Pride? The biggest one that everyone's probably thinking. Yes. Yes, it does. It is a facet of the community that exists, and I don't think stigmatizing it is going to help the event in any way. Cleaning up Pride for corporations is completely against the entire point of the whole thing. If we're cleaning it up so that Molly Sue and her daughter Janice can like watch pretty floats and listen to music and kind of miss the wider scope of the actual event, maybe, and hear me out, you should wait to bring your kids until they're old enough to handle that kind of content. Maybe start having conversations about what gay people are, what pansexual people are, what bisexual people are. So by the time they are of age to go to Pride, they have some kind of basis and they're like, leather is a thing that some people enjoy and is often found in this community. I don't know much about it. Maybe now that I am more educated, I can go ask the person in leather why they're wearing it or what they like about it. Or, pups are a thing that are very common at this event. I don't know what that is. Maybe I will go over and ask whoever's handling the pup what it is they like about it in a polite and respectful way, instead of just going, ew, pups, ew, leather, oh god, kinks everywhere, because you're kind of defeating the whole purpose of the event. If we're supposed to be celebrating gay culture in the gay community, excluding people is kind of shit. Now, before you yell at me, because I'm sure someone in the comments is getting ready to, I don't have the same feelings about fursuit conventions, and here's why. At fursuit conventions, many orient themselves intrinsically as a family-friendly event, and this is different. Because furry conventions didn't start as a riot for sexual liberation. They started as people wanting to hang out. And yes, while it did start more in the lewd after dark area space, now many conventions orient themselves as family friendly. So wearing kink gear around the con space during daytime hours, in my opinion, is probably not a good idea. I would rather you wait until the after hours when all the kiddos have gone to bed. But Pride was never supposed to be a kid-friendly event. Karen, if you can't get down with every spectrum of the rainbow, then just stay at home and watch Desperate Housewives for like a couple days. It's fine. Like, if you can't tolerate one day where every idea of heteronormalcy is challenged by people flying their flags loud and proud and being as gay as they want in the streets and having a good time not feeling oppressed, if that upsets you so much, just stay home. Don't bring the kids to Pride. It wasn't supposed to be for you and your kids to wear pretty rainbows and wear unicorn outfits and see pretty people dance. That's not the point. Pride is not gay people performing happy fun time for your kid. They're trying to celebrate their identity. And if what makes them happy is full leather bondage gear, then fuck it, go. If what makes them happy is being a pup in the streets and hanging out with all the other pups and then dancing at the gay bar later, let them live. Let them do their thing. If it's not for you, if you're one of the people who's like, I don't want to see kinks at my Pride, celebrate Pride at home then. If you don't want to see that, celebrate your own special way. You don't have to go to Pride. You can celebrate it at home. You can go to a little local bar and have a nice fun little meetup with your friends who maybe aren't super into the loud dream forms that Pride can take. If you're not comfortable with leather, go find a quiet venue and all of you guys have your rainbow drinks there. There's many ways to celebrate Pride, but trying to deny certain members that happiness of being able to be themselves, like fully and genuinely for a day, isn't fair. All those people didn't riot for their rights just so you could critique what the fuck they're wearing to their own event, Karen. And if that makes you upset, so be it. But that's my 2 cents on it, and I'm not moving my stance. So I hope you guys have a happy Pride and a happy rest of your day. Bye. I've also been told by some viewers that I'm really, really bad at promoting my own merch. Like really bad. So reminder that we currently have plushies in pre-order if you would like to support that. If that's a thing you want, I guess go for it. Additionally, all my other really cool merch is currently available through RIOT. That includes dockies, mini dockies, keychains. You don't have to buy anything. Like, if it's a thing that you find interesting and cool, awesome. If it's not for you, that's fine too. I don't really care. Also, we do have a Patreon on here. It helps pay off editors when we use outside editors. Lately, we haven't been doing it as much, so it goes into improving some of my equipment. My last Patreon went to adding a little more memory onto my PC so I can do these videos a little more effectively. But if you'd like to be a Patreon, you can join the lovely group of folks you're going to see at the end of at the end of this video.